Hello, 6th grade students. This is Mrs. Serritella here, and I'm going to be teaching you your lesson for today. So today we're going to be going over fantasy lesson number 4. The goal of this lesson is for us as readers to investigate power in our fantasy novels. So we want to be asking who has power and what does that power look like. So power can come in a variety of different forms. Power could be social, like when you have the popular kids who have more power socially than the not so popular kids. You could think about power in government. So let's say that there is a king or a queen who rules, they have the power. You could also be thinking about physical power. If there's two armies, which power is overpowering the other? There's two superheroes, who has the greater power? So power can come in a lot of different forms. And I'm going to show you an example of what that would look like, referring to power dynamics. So power dynamics means it's referring to how the power is playing out in your book. So who is having less, who's having more, how does that impact their relationship? So the video that I'm going to show you is a video from Harry Potter. So for those of you that haven't seen Harry Potter, it's about a boy named Harry who finds out that he's a wizard, and he learns how to practice magic, and he has to go up against his arch nemesis, Voldemort. But at the beginning of the story, Harry is mistreated by his family. So we're going to see through this clip who has power and the power dynamics, meaning what is the relationship power-wise like between Harry and the Dursleys. So as you watch, be thinking who has power and who doesn't. How is that showing up in their relationship? All right.
Up. Get up. Now. Wake up, cousin! We're going to the zoo! Here he comes, the birthday boy.
Happy birthday, son.
Why don't you just cook breakfast and try not to burn anything? Yes, Aunt Petunia. I want everything to be perfect for my Dudley's special day.
Hurry up. Bring my coffee, boy.
Yes, Uncle Vernon.
So I'm going to pause this right here. We can already see that Harry, right, he is being mistreated by Dudley at the beginning by jumping up on the stairs. So he's annoying Harry. Already there's that dynamic. And then we see it's Dudley's birthday. And all the while, Harry is helping to cook breakfast. He's kind of being treated not really like a kid. He's being expected to do the cooking and take care of what's happening in the kitchen, while Dudley's parents are really excited for his birthday and they're spoiling him with presents. So we can already tell that Dudley seems to have an upper hand in his relationship with Harry. It's not a typical sibling relationship. We can also tell that the parents, right, are very rude and aggressive with Harry. So if they're already that rude, it seems like they are trying to exert power over Harry. Let's continue to watch the clip.
Aren't they wonderful, darling? How many are there?
36. Counted them myself.
36! But last year I had 37!
Well, some of them are quite a bit bigger than last year.
I don't care how big they are! No. This is what we're going to do. Is that when we go out, we're going to buy you 2 new presents. How's that, Pumpkin?
I'm warning you now, boy. Any funny business, any at all, and you won't have any meals for a week. Giddy.
So in that clip, we were able to see how Harry's family, the Dursley family, who are not really his family, they're not really nice, right? We get to see how they exert this power over Harry and they make him feel small. So that's an example of power dynamics. So we're thinking about, okay, who has the power? The Dursleys. Who doesn't have the power? Harry. And how's that being shown? It's being shown through words and actions here, that they're not letting Harry celebrate we see that Dudley is spoiled and gets a lot of presents. We see that Harry has rules, and if he does any funny business, he's going to get in trouble. So he's set to a different standard than Dudley is. So that's very important when it comes to power dynamics. Today, as you read, you are going to be looking for that power in your book. So who has power, who doesn't, and how is this showing up in our book? Sometimes it affects character relationships, right? You could tell that if Dudley has a lot of power over Harry, then they don't really have a good relationship. So you want to be thinking about, okay, who in my book has power, who doesn't, and how is this affecting my characters? Is this impacting their relationship? So as you read, keep an eye out for power.